Hi boys and girls. I am coming to you today to show you how to make our craft project for the writing you did this week for Hey Little Ant. So remember at the end of the story, the author left us with this picture where the little ant is underneath the shoe and the author says, hey, it's up to you. What do you think? Should the ant get squished or should the ant get saved? So the picture that we're going to make, or the craft or the project that we're going to make, is modeled after this picture. Okay? So here's an example I have from another year where you can see we have the big ant, the red ant there, and the kid's shoe about to come down on top of it. That shoe's hanging there in midair. So this is what we are going to make. So the supplies you'll need to find are, and this is from not the last packet that I sent out, but the one before. So it's in one of your older packets, but you need to find the paper that has one big blue and one big green. They're folded in half, so they kind of look like there's two of them. I'll show you. Get this staple out. So there's a big blue, that's for our background, and there's a big green, this is for our grass. Okay, then you also need to find the paper that has this on the front. It kind of gives you the directions and what it might look like. And then it has this on one side, and on the other side they're plain white, but I've already colored mine so that you didn't have to wait for me. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need glue, a pencil to draw your grass, and markers, crayons, or colored pencils to color with. So for the background, I'm going to start out with the blue paper on the back, and I'm going to use this green paper to make my grass. Similar to when we did Nessie, we're going to use the whole width of the paper. So you have a choice. You could take your scissors and you could start cutting these grass shapes just freehand. You could do that if you're very confident in your scissor ability. Remember, you only have one green paper, so you might want to try this second strategy. The other thing you could do is use a pencil and draw your grass before you cut it out. So you want to have big, tall blades of grass. You want to have some small blades of grass. You want it to be mixed up. You don't want it to all be perfect all the way across. So I'm going to start up here at the top. If you look at my example, this blade of grass started right up at the top. So I'm going to start that one at the top, and on the other side, I'm going to make sure that it ends near the top as well. So I'll use a pen so that you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm going to go blade of grass. Let's go up a tall one. Whoops. My pen is dying. Go down here. Whoops. My pen, I don't think, likes this construction paper is what it is. Let's try Sharpie. Okay, so I have this zigzag pattern now on here, and now we're gonna cut it out. All right, so, and you know what? If you miss the lines, don't worry. Remember, we can always flip it over so that the lines are on the back. So don't worry about being precise on those lines. I mean, you want it to be close, but even if you're close, it's still going to look like blades of grass. Back and forth, back and forth. I guess I could have had one of these already made to show you so you didn't have to wait for me. I didn't think of that. Sorry. I'm about halfway there now, though. It's going to be funny, too. When I pick this up, you'll see you can choose from which half, unless you cut yours apart, but you'll be able to see which half you want to use for your grass. Haha. Peekaboo. I bet this is really noisy in the microphone. Yep, I wear a microphone right here. That way you can hear me really well. Almost done. 4 more blades of grass to snip. We're getting there. Whoops, I kind of goofed on that one. That's right, I can trim it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I did it up here too. There we go, good. Remember, just do your best on your cutting. Blades of grass don't have to be perfect. They're very forgiving. My last snip right here. And, okay, so check this out. This is the one I drew. So that's totally, I could use that one. And then when I cut it out, check it out. This one magically appeared too. So if you like the one that magically appeared, you could use that, or you could save it for another craft too. I'm going to use the one that I prepared, that I drew, and I'm going to glue it so that those bottom corners right there line up. I am going to make this be the front, so I'm going to put the glue on the other side. And remember, I only used that Sharpie to draw the grass so you could see it. I suggest you use pencil because I see a couple spots where I got bleed through on the other side where the Sharpie bled through. Okay, so when you do this, you want to put glue on every single blade of grass. So I'm just going to go down each one of those, putting glue on those. And you saw me go around the bottom edge of the perimeter there. I'll scoop this little chunk of glue up and use it up here. All right, get those tips of the grass good too so that they stay down. All right, set my glue to the side. And remember, we want to make sure those corners line up so that our art looks straight. And then go ahead and press down all of your blades of grass. Boom! There you go. Okay, so now if we look at our original, we've got to put our ant in there and we've got to get our shoe in there. So I've got some more cutting to do. Take a look at the shoe though. I do want to talk about this for a second. The shoe's a couple parts. So the shoe has this big part here, which is the big outline. And then it's like a Converse type sneaker where the toe is a different color. On this one, I made the toe orange, but on this one, you'll see I left it white down here. So when I glue that on there, I'll actually have a white toe. And then this is their sock. So I kind of did a basic blue and white one where last time I did some orange and green, but I'm sticking with the blue and white theme. I'll add the shoelaces after I have it on there. So I just need to cut out these pieces and then we'll start assembling. The cool thing is on the back, it tells you what the pieces are. So if you're not sure which piece goes where, I'll use these words: head, thorax, abdomen. This says top part of the shoe. This says sock and shoe and eyes. So, all right, I'm gonna get to cutting again. These pieces shouldn't take as long to cut though, because they're not as intricate of a shape. All right, I got the head. Here comes the thorax. Washing machine. All right, and now the abdomen. Abdomen's another word for tummy, but the abdomen's actually the back part of the ant. The thorax is the middle part. Insects have 3 main body parts. You might remember that from when you learned about bees in kindergarten. There's a head, there's a thorax, and an abdomen. All insects. All right, eyes are next. Reminds me of this song I used to sing when I used to teach kids about bees. It goes head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen, head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen. It's kind of like head and shoulders, knees and toes. All right, sock and shoe. Boom. All right. And the last thing I have is the top part of the shoe. And then I'll show you how to assemble. Assemble. New vocabulary word. Assemble means put it together. I will show you how to assemble it. Boom. Yes. All right. I won't need my scissors. I won't need my scraps. I will need my glue. Okay. So take a look at how the picture's set up. I think I'm gonna put the ant on there first so that I know where to position my shoe. So I want the ant to be in front of the grass so it looks like he's crawling along in the grass like where ants live. So I am gonna position him so that he's partway through the grass. The head, the thorax, and the abdomen. I'm gonna use this as an example on how to put it together. So here's the head. And then the thorax is this one here, and it looks like it goes with the curvy part down like a smile. And then the abdomen, think of this back part like a stinger. So you want the abdomen to go like that. All right, I glue those down real quick. Head and thorax, abdomen, abdomen. And then we had other body parts too, like, gosh, I don't remember now. Something about a stinger. Oh, wings, an antenna, and a stinger. The head's kind of like an upside down, kind of triangle-ish shape, and the point goes down. Cool beans, yo. Alrighty. So, and then of course the eyes will go on there and we'll make a mouth and feet, but I want to put my, I'll glue the eyes on right now, but I want to put the shoe on first before we add the ant details. His eyes, he's got one big eye, one little eye. He's like, ah! All right, so my shoe, I'm going to glue, let's go like this. I'm going to glue this part of my shoe. Oh, look, I like that because then it looks like it's got the white part underneath too. So I'll glue that on top of there. Kind of like leaving that little white on the bottom too. It made it look like it had white soles, right? I think I did it backwards. There we go. So now we've got the shoe and the ant, and I kind of am going to angle it a little bit so that it looks like it's, you know, coming down on his head. And then I'll draw the rest of the leg in. So let's get this down there. Oops. Okay. I think I like it right there. You decide where it goes on yours though, whatever looks good. All right, now for my final details, I'm going to use my markers. I'm going to mostly use black. You might, I might use blue up here like jeans, you know. Whoops, I grabbed blue on accident. Okay, let's start with the ant though. First, we have to fill in those eyes. I kind of just put those two little circles down at the bottom. And the ant needs antenna. The antenna are just come right out of the top of the head like that. And then 6 legs on an insect. And the legs all come out of the thorax. So all 6 legs should be coming out of the thorax. And I just do my ant legs like L shapes. And I kind of do them in pairs so that you can tell which 2 legs go together. There you go. There's the legs. So the last thing is the shoelaces on the shoe. And I like to just draw big X's for the shoelace crosses. So you can go ahead and do that too. And then I do 2 teardrop shapes for the tie. So 1 teardrop shape and then another teardrop shape going the other way. So it's kind of like a butterfly. I'm going to get my blue back out now and do that rest of that pant leg. I'll just make it look like jeans. I'll come out a little bit past the edge. Trying not to color on my table. Oops, I just got marker on the table. Okay. Did it again. Okay. Oh, and the ant's mouth. If you look at the original one, the ant is going, ah! So you decide, what shape do you want your ant's mouth to be? I like to just do like a big circle. Color that in black. And you know the last thing we do is we sign our art in the bottom right corner. So there you have your art craft project for Hey Little Ant. See you next time, boys and girls.